The Nightmare on 146th Street, a young man's journey from Bronx Asylum to El Salvador's Secot prison. 19-year-old Merwil Gutierrez's American dream dissolved into a Kafkaesque nightmare. One moment, he was navigating the bustling streets of the Bronx, pursuing asylum with his family. The next, he was incarcerated in the infamous Secot prison in El Salvador, a country he'd never known, a language he barely understood. This chilling tale, uncovered by Documented, a news outlet dedicated to amplifying the voices of New York City's immigrants, exposes the chilling realities of the Trump administration's immigration policies that prioritize deportation over due process, leaving lives shattered in their wake. Merwil's story begins, like many immigrant narratives, with a desperate search for safety and opportunity. His family, fleeing the turmoil of Venezuela, sought refuge in the United States, initiating the arduous asylum process. They envisioned a future in America, a chance to rebuild their lives away from the violence and instability they had left behind. This hope, however, was cruelly dashed. In a chilling twist of fate, Merwil, a young man with no criminal record, no gang affiliations, and no ties whatsoever to El Salvador, became the victim of a devastating bureaucratic error. Immigration authorities, in a targeted operation, apprehended him, mistakenly believing him to be someone else. Despite the agents' eventual realization of their mistake, a realization that came too late, the wheels of the deportation machine had already begun to turn, grinding inexorably towards a horrifying conclusion. The Gutierrez family's desperate pleas fell on deaf ears. Their insistence on Merwil's innocence, his lack of criminal history, his complete absence of connection to El Salvador, all were ignored. The family was left adrift in a sea of bureaucratic indifference, frantically searching for answers, for a way to rescue their son, their brother, from the clutches of a foreign prison system. Their pleas for information, for intervention, were met with a wall of silence, a stark testament to the system's inherent flaws and its capacity for devastating human error. Merwil's deportation to Secot, a prison notorious for its harsh conditions and alleged human rights abuses, is not an isolated incident. His case echoes that of Kilmar Abrigo Garcia, a Maryland man wrongly deported to the same facility by the Trump administration. The parallels are striking. Both young men, mistakenly identified, thrust into a terrifying, unfamiliar reality, separated from their families, their futures hanging precariously in the balance. President Trump's meeting with the president of El Salvador, where the Salvadoran government refused to facilitate Abrigo Garcia's return, further underscores the administration's intransigence and disregard for human suffering. The Trump administration's aggressive deportation policies, extending beyond those facing criminal charges to encompass even legal residents, cast a long shadow over the lives of countless immigrants. The president's openly stated desire to deport even U.S. citizens convicted of unspecified violent crimes, sending them to prisons like Secot, exposes a chilling disregard for human rights and due process. The administration's actions paint a grim picture of a system operating with a callous disregard for individual circumstances, prioritizing aggressive removals over fairness and accountability. Merwil Gutierrez's story is more than just a single case of wrongful deportation. It's a potent symbol of the broader failures within the U.S. immigration system. It's a testament to the human cost of aggressive, unchecked deportation policies, a stark reminder that behind every statistic, every headline, lies a human life irrevocably altered. It's a story that demands our attention, prompting crucial questions about justice, accountability, and the fundamental human right to a fair and equitable process. Merwil's ordeal serves as a cautionary tale, a stark warning of the potential for devastating errors within a system ill-equipped to handle the complexities of human lives. The question remains, how many more Merwils will fall victim to this system before meaningful change is enacted? The silence surrounding this case is deafening, demanding a chorus of voices to ensure that justice is served and that such injustices are never repeated. The fight for Merwil's release and for reform within the immigration system is far from over.